If there is one breakfast food considered the savior of senior health, it would be oatmeal. From hospitals and clinics to nutrition magazines, everywhere you look, people are told to eat it every morning. But is the truth really that simple? Not quite. Behind the image of this so-called golden food for aging lies a massive industry worth tens of billions of dollars. The oatmeal market is not only fueled by advertising but also supported by subsidies, media campaigns, and even the hidden hands of pharmaceutical corporations. They all share one goal: to make you believe that a morning bowl of oatmeal is the only key to health and longevity. The problem is, the truth is far more complicated. A few habits that seem harmless in the way you prepare oatmeal can actually send your blood sugar soaring, strip your body of essential minerals, increase your risk of heart disease and stroke, and leave your digestion sluggish right from the morning. What's more alarming is that these mistakes are so common that millions of older adults repeat them every single day without realizing it. They believe they are nourishing their bodies, but in reality, they are quietly harming themselves. In today's video, I'll reveal the 6 most common oatmeal mistakes people over 60 make, ranked from number 6 down to number 1. Among them, mistake number 2 has been shown in studies to be directly linked to higher cholesterol, arterial stiffness, and a 4 times greater risk of prediabetes. Stay with me until the end, because by simply avoiding these mistakes, you can preserve your energy, memory, and independence for many more years. And before we get started, let me know in the comments, do you eat oatmeal regularly? Have you noticed any unusual symptoms? I'll be reading and responding to every single one. Now let's dive into mistake number 6. A small error that might be enough to make your stomach fight back just a few hours after breakfast. Mistake 6 is ding milk first, especially the wrong kind. For many people, the first step when making oatmeal is to splash in some milk. It makes the bowl creamy, it feels cozy, and it seems like the healthy choice. But once you're past 60, this simple habit can backfire, especially if you're using cold cow's milk or certain processed plant milks. When steaming hot oats collide with cold milk, the change in temperature disrupts the way starches break down and slows digestive enzymes in your gut. Instead of giving you steady energy, the meal leaves you bloated, tired, and with a sharper insulin surge than you expect. Take Martha, age 73. For years, she started her mornings with skim milk and oats. Lately, though, she noticed her belly felt tight and uncomfortable, and her energy dipped quickly after breakfast. She assumed it was just getting older, but when a nutritionist asked about her routine, the culprit became clear: hot oats and cold skim milk were sabotaging her digestion. Once Martha switched to gently warming almond milk fortified with magnesium, everything changed. Her stomach settled, her energy lifted, and she absorbed nutrients like iron and fiber much better. A 2021 study in Nutrition Research and Practice found that mixing oatmeal with certain milk proteins can cut the absorption of magnesium and zinc by nearly 1/3. Those minerals are vital for muscle strength, nerve function, and memory areas already under pressure as we age. The better way: if you love milk with your oats, heat it up first. Or try warm water topped with digestion-friendly add-ins like flax, cinnamon, or chia. Want creaminess without the crash? Go for unsweetened almond or oat milk warmed up before you pour it in. Mistake 5 is relying on flavored or instant oatmeal packets. Those little flavored packets may look harmless. They're marketed as quick, heart-healthy, and even cholesterol-friendly. But for older adults, tearing open one of those instant sachets each morning is like starting the day with a sugar trap. Here's the issue: instant and flavored oatmeals are often stripped of fiber, pumped with sweeteners, and spiced up with artificial flavors. Instead of delivering steady fuel, they cause sharp glucose spikes, energy crashes, and low-grade inflammation that your joints and heart definitely don't need after 60. Harold, age 67, thought he was doing everything right. Every morning, he microwaved a packet of maple brown sugar oatmeal and felt proud of his routine. Within a couple of months, though, his knees began to ache, his waistline expanded, and his blood sugar readings started creeping up. When his doctor checked the label, it all made sense. Each packet carried more than 12 grams of added sugar, flavor enhancers, and barely any real fiber. Once Harold switched to steel-cut oats topped with banana slices and a sprinkle of cinnamon, his energy smoothed out and the joint pain faded. Research backs his experience. A 2019 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that instant oats with added sugars created a 22% higher post-meal blood glucose spike compared to traditional rolled oats. That might sound small, but for seniors, frequent spikes like that are linked to diabetes risk, cognitive decline, and stiffening arteries over time. The fix: skip the packets. use whole or steel-cut oats instead. If you want sweetness, add your own fruit, a dusting of cinnamon, or a drizzle of raw honey. This way, you're in charge of the ingredients, and your heart, brain, and joints will thank you. Mistake 4 is cooking oats in regular cow's milk. On the surface, it sounds like a smart upgrade, cooking your oats in milk for extra protein and calcium. But once you're over 60, using conventional cow's milk can quietly work against you. Here's why: as we age, the body makes less of the enzymes needed to break down lactose milk, sugar, and casein milk protein. Instead of being absorbed smoothly, they often cause bloating, sluggish digestion, joint flare-ups, and low energy after breakfast. And today's pasteurized milk adds to the problem. It's heavily processed, often stripped of natural enzymes, and if not organic, it may contain hormone residues or traces of antibiotics that disrupt gut bacteria and trigger inflammation. Over time, this inflammation contributes to joint pain and arthritis flare-ups, irritable bowel symptoms like gas cramps and irregular bowel movements, cardiovascular stress, raising long-term risk of heart disease. Take Mildred, 72. For years, she swore by her creamy oatmeal cooked with whole milk. It was her comfort bowl at night, too. But gradually, she began waking up stiff, tired, and bloated. Her doctor even suspected thyroid issues. The tests showed something else: her C-reactive protein, a marker of inflammation, was elevated. When she cut out dairy for just 10 days and swapped in unsweetened almond milk, the bloating disappeared, her energy returned, and her digestion improved dramatically. Science agrees. A 2020 paper in Frontiers in Nutrition found that seniors with lactose sensitivity, more than 65% of the world's population, reported significantly more fatigue and joint swelling after drinking cow's milk. Even people without classic lactose intolerance often experienced subtler problems like brain fog or irregular digestion. The better option: try cooking your oats with unsweetened nut milks, such as almond, cashew, or macadamia. They're lighter, anti-inflammatory, and easier on aging digestion. Add a pinch of sea salt and a little cinnamon, and you won't miss the dairy at all. And while swapping, the cooking liquid makes a huge difference. The next mistake is hiding in plain sight on social media feeds and healthy-looking cafe menus. Mistake 3 is adding flavored yogurt or fruit syrups. Scroll through Instagram or glance at a trendy cafe menu, and you'll see it everywhere: oatmeal topped with pink strawberry yogurt or drizzled with glossy blueberry syrup. It looks healthy. It even sounds healthy. But for older adults, this upgrade can quietly turn into a metabolic disaster. Here's why: most flavored yogurts and fruit syrups are loaded with added sugars, artificial sweeteners, and synthetic flavor compounds. Combined with the heat of oatmeal, these sugars cause rapid blood sugar spikes and accelerate glycation, a process where sugar damages proteins like collagen. Over time, that translates into joint stiffness and arthritis pain, sagging skin and premature aging, blocked arteries and higher cardiovascular risk, insulin resistance, paving the way toward type 2 diabetes. Frank, 69, thought he was making his oats tastier and healthier by adding vanilla yogurt and a spoonful of raspberry syrup each morning. Within weeks, his energy plummeted, his waistline expanded, and his fasting blood sugar climbed to 131 mg/dl, a clear marker of prediabetes. What he believed was a healthy topping was actually delivering more than 18 grams of added sugar per serving, worse than eating a donut. And the research is clear. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors consuming more than 25 grams of added sugar daily had a 38% greater risk of developing insulin resistance over 5 years. In simple terms, more sugar today means a higher chance of diabetes tomorrow. A smarter swap. If you want sweetness, let nature provide it. Fresh or frozen berries, banana slices, or a spoon of plain nut butter can add taste and texture without spiking your blood sugar. That way, your breakfast actually supports your body instead of working against it. Mistake 2 is cooking oats with tap water. It feels like the simplest, most natural step, turning on the faucet and using tap water to make your oatmeal. But what looks harmless can actually strip your breakfast of the very nutrients your body needs most after 60. Here's why: municipal tap water is often treated with chlorine, chloramine, and even traces of fluoride. These chemicals are meant to kill bacteria, but in the process, they can bind to essential minerals like magnesium, calcium, and zinc, making them far less available to your body. Over time, this can lead to weaker bones and higher risk of fractures, muscle cramps, and irregular heartbeat from low magnesium, fatigue and brain fog caused by disrupted mineral balance, digestive issues due to damaged gut bacteria. Martha 73 learned this the hard way. She always cooked her oats with tap water straight from the kitchen sink. But after a minor fall, she was shocked to be diagnosed with a hairline hip fracture. A bone scan revealed early osteoporosis and low magnesium despite her otherwise healthy diet. Her nutritionist explained that years of cooking with chlorinated water may have blocked her body from absorbing key minerals, especially from her morning oatmeal, which she relied on for nutrition. A 2018 analysis in Environmental Science and Technology linked long-term exposure to chlorine and fluoride in tap water with oxidative stress and reduced nutrient absorption, particularly in older adults. And when those compounds are heated during cooking, their interaction with food proteins and minerals becomes even stronger. The better option: use filtered water whenever you prepare oats. A simple countertop filter that removes chlorine, fluoride, and heavy metals can dramatically improve nutrient absorption. And if you boil the filtered water first, you ensure your breakfast starts clean and your body gets the full benefit. Mistake 1 is overcooking your oats. Many seniors believe that the longer you cook oatmeal, the easier it is to digest. But cooking oats too long or at too high a temperature can quietly rob the meal of its biggest benefits and even turn it into a sugar bomb. Here's what happens when oats are overcooked: they lose much of their resistant starch. This special type of carbohydrate normally feeds good gut bacteria, slows digestion, and helps keep blood sugar steady. Without it, your oatmeal's glycemic index shoots up, meaning faster blood sugar spikes that strain insulin, higher risk of type 2 diabetes and prediabetes, loss of B vitamins and antioxidants essential for brain and muscle health, more hunger and weight gain from poor satiety. Linda 69 thought simmering her oats for nearly 30 minutes made them softer and healthier. Instead, she found herself dealing with constant fatigue, afternoon brain fog, and creeping weight gain. After adjusting her routine, gently simmering oats for only 5-7 minutes, and letting them rest covered off the heat, she felt steadier energy, less snacking urges, and even saw her fasting glucose drop by 12 points. Research confirms the danger. A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that the longer oats are cooked, the more resistant starch breaks down, raising the glycemic index dramatically. On top of that, prolonged cooking destroys fragile nutrients like B1, B6, and polyphenols. Nutrients seniors already absorb less efficiently with age. The better option: cook oats just until tender, not mushy. Rolled or steel-cut oats are best. Remove them from heat while they still have a bit of texture, then let them sit covered for a minute to finish softening naturally. This simple shift preserves fiber, stabilizes blood sugar, and protects your brain, heart, and digestion. Now that you know the 6 most common oatmeal mistakes, the question is, how do you make your bowl the right way? The answer lies in a few smart upgrades, simple tips that transform oatmeal from a hidden hazard back into the superfood it was meant to be. Healthy tip 3 is choose steel-cut or old-fashioned oats instead of instant. Instant oatmeal may save you a few minutes, but it comes at a cost. Most instant varieties are pre-cooked, heavily processed, and often loaded with hidden sugars or artificial flavors. This processing strips away much of the fiber and nutrients that make oats so beneficial in the first place. By contrast, steel-cut and old-fashioned rolled oats digest more slowly. That means steadier blood sugar instead of sharp spikes, longer-lasting energy to carry you through the morning, lower risk of insulin resistance and weight gain. If you want real fuel for your muscles and heart, skip the quick packets and go for the real thing. Healthy tip 2 is skip cow's milk and choose plant-based alternatives. For many older adults, dairy can quietly trigger bloating, joint stiffness, and inflammation, even if you're not officially lactose intolerant. Cow's milk proteins and sugars are simply harder to digest with age, and that means nutrients from your oats may not be absorbed properly. A smarter choice is to cook or serve oats with unsweetened almond oat flax or cashew milk. These plant-based milks are gentler on digestion, naturally anti-inflammatory, and still give you that creamy texture without the discomfort. Healthy tip 1 is add healthy fats and protein to balance your bowl. On their own, oats are carb-heavy. That's fine for quick energy, but not enough to protect against muscle loss, memory decline, or afternoon crashes. The fix: add a dose of healthy fats and protein. Try stirring in a spoonful of almond butter, sprinkling ground flax or chia seeds, or topping with a handful of walnuts. These additions provide omega-3 fatty acids for brain and joint health. Plant-based protein to preserve muscle. Slower digestion, keeping you satisfied for hours. Just be mindful. Avoid high-calorie sweetened toppings like dried fruit with added sugar or flavored yogurts. Stick with whole natural additions that work with your body, not against it. Now you know the 6 oatmeal mistakes that quietly steal your energy, raise your blood sugar, and even damage your heart. The good news is every single one of them is easy to fix starting tomorrow morning. A few small changes like swapping the liquid you cook with avoiding sugar-packed toppings, or not overcooking your oats, can completely transform oatmeal back into the superfood it was meant to be. So tell me in the comments, have you been making any of these mistakes? Or do you have your own twist on oatmeal that helps you feel energized and healthy? I read every single comment, and I'd love to hear your story. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a powerful senior health tip that could change your life. Because your health journey doesn't stop here. In the next video, we'll talk about a surprising bedtime fruit that seniors can eat to repair their eyes and improve vision while they sleep. It's a simple, delicious habit with science-backed results, and you won't want to miss it.